All right, I want to talk a little bit about the formats. When you say shoot with your iPhone, the formats is yeah, it can sort of be accepted by other platform. If you let me just bring you guys the format, okay? Can you guys see it? Okay, let me change the screen. Okay, so if you like use your iPhone to take a photo, you might be just to see the format like this. HEIC, as you can see, HEIC to JPEG, something like that, because not every platform accepts this format. Okay, it's called high efficiency image file format. Yeah, arguably, this is a pretty good format, but if you want to share that to social media, your best bet is just using the JPEG or PNG if you want like bigger size or lossless. But my recommendation is if you are like using this as a photographer and you want to processing it in Lightroom, something like that. My recommendation, hands down, just use the RAW. Different platform do have a different name for that specific RAW, so don't focus too much on the name, okay? Because Canon have a specific name for Canon. You know, Apple also got Apple's RAW, but all that just a RAW image. And my recommendation, a strong recommend, if you got a decent camera or decent phone, do change the format to RAW. Just Google it, how to change the format to RAW, and shoot that. And basically, RAW is pretty big. RAW image is pretty big. Let me just change to full screen. RAW image is pretty big, and but don't worry about this size because you got this SD card. Okay, this tiny SD card. I believe it's called micro SD or I don't know, mini SD card, something like that. Okay, so this tiny SD card got this 128 gigabytes on it, and it's more than enough if you take RAW. Even though one RAW picture, one RAW image may give you like 20 or 40 megabytes, still it's enough. Okay, I take a vacation, I believe like 7 or 8 days straight, and I carry camera with me. I took photo all the time in my wake time, and still got enough room for just one SD card. Okay, even though I just use RAW as well as JPEG. So basically, if I take one photo, it will generate one RAW as well as one JPEG. The same thing, but the JPEG will just give you like 4 or 5 MB, and the RAW will give you like more than 20 or 30. But totally worth it, because if you want to process the photo, okay, sometimes we talk about white balance, we talk about the exposure triangle. Sometimes you just don't get enough time to manually adjust your photo. That's the reason why we need high-end camera, because you can shoot things pretty quickly. The AI algorithm inside can give you pretty good and decent shots, even though you don't have time to manually adjust it. As long as you capture that specific moment, you can sometimes save it in Lightroom. Okay, so for example, sometimes the cloud is overexposed and you can bring it down a little bit. Sometimes maybe this is your model and sun coming from back. Okay, so the model will become pretty dark. Sometimes it's just like a silhouette. If you don't have time to use your your light, you don't have a light like this. Sometimes I've seen a lot of like studio bring a reflection board or light, like portable light. Sometimes you don't have time for this, but you want to capture the moment, you can just capture it. Sometimes you can easily save it using the help of AI as well as raw image. So basically the raw image is a compression-less image. So before compression, give you like the raw information that the sensor in your camera or the sensor in your phone captured, and you can have more wiggle room when you say adjust the contrast, adjust the light, shadows, color, temperature, all that. And I believe like 30% of the time photographer is like out and shooting. The rest, the 70% of the time is the like talk to a client and spend time and play around in the Lightroom or some AI software like this. And I believe the introduction of AI in photography is a game changer. I've seen a lot of like innovative AI companies that can batch change a lot of photo based on specific settings, and they can change the like retouch of that person, change the change maybe some makeup, and they can change the hair color, they can change the whole body, like make it like thinner or stronger, something like that, and retouch the whole image, add a lot of filter, and just to make it like poster grade processing. And I love this. So yeah, we will talk about that in later video. So the quick takeaway: hands down, choose RAW, and if you've got more space, RAW as well as JPEG for quick posting to social media, and the RAW for always save a RAW image so you can later change it. And then, as I say, you are a photographer, you want just get some gig, and you want to demonstrate that. It's like quick portfolio demonstration, the raw image and the post processing, and just to show that to your potential client. Okay, thanks, bye.